Hello everyone, Adam here, back again with another sword guide. This time I will be showing you how to upgrade your legendary sword into an exotic sword. And if you don't know how to get your legendary sword, there should be a link up on the screen right now, linked to my legendary sword guide. In the background here, I just got some footage of a really nice Rift game that's just going to play through. So, if you already have your legendary sword, and want to upgrade to an exotic, there are a couple of things that you need to do before the exotic sword quest is available to you, or the quest line is available. First off, you need to have your sword infused to 280 or above damage and fully leveled out. So that means you've got, I think it was 5 nodes on the sword leveled, and just so you know, when you do infuse your sword to a high damage, an extra scabbard, I think, a scabbard or sheath node is upgraded so you can carry more ammo, and you need to fully upgrade that as well. But once you have upgraded all the nodes on the sword and fully leveled it out, there is something here that you should know. If you already have a character that has completed an exotic sword questline, move the sword over to that character before upgrading it. For example, my warlock completed the exotic questline for Dark Drinker, and I wanted to get the next exotic sword, Bolt Caster. I complete the legendary sword part on my hunter. There's no way getting around that. You have to do it on a character that hasn't already done a legendary sword, I believe. So once you have completed that and have the legendary sword, I moved the legendary sword Arcblade to my warlock and fully leveled it out there using Motes of Light. You don't have to use Motes of Light, of course, it's just a nice fast way. Once that's leveled on that character, a quest is now made available for the exotic quest line for the sword, and you actually get to skip 3 of the steps. Alright, so I know most of you guys here would not already have an exotic sword, that's why you're looking at the guides. So I'm going to go through all the steps anyway and then point out which ones can be skipped if you do swap swords. So, first off, once you've fully upgraded your legendary sword, you need to hone the edge. That's the step 1 of the exotic. Kill 50 mages, 25 guardians. It's either 50 mages or 10 ultras. For this part here, I recommend doing a heroic story and just finding a particular heroic story where there's an abundance of yellow bars, or even in patrol. I actually did a fair bit of my major kills in patrol, particularly in the Cosmodrome. As soon as you spawn in the Cosmodrome, go left into that abandoned subway area there, and there's I think two or three exotic, not exotic, 2 or 3 major acolytes and 1 major knight, which spawn rather frequently. Just farm them a couple of times. As for guardian kills, yeah, just run around with a hilt. You're gonna die a lot, but you will get a few kills. A good tip with this is jump first and swing while you're in the air, and then as soon as you hit the ground, your melee timer will reset and you can hit again. So that's a way you can do 2 swings much faster than you would normally if you're just standing on the ground. Once you've completed honing the edge, you need to talk to Lord Shax, and Lord Shax will tell you to kill Ekthar, the Sword of Oryx, at the Asylum on Dreadnought Patrol. If you don't know where this is, it's going the same direction as the Sunless Cell strike, where you kill Alak Thul, the Darkblade. It's basically the same path you take, except you don't go quite as far. So you go to the fonts, and once you're at the fonts, there'll be 3 knights, fairly weak knights. They'll each have a solar shield. They'll each have an elemental shield. One of the 3 elemental types, there'll be an arc, solar, and void shielded one. You need to kill these roughly around the same time. They don't have to be exactly the same time, and you can do it by yourself. Get each knight pretty low, and then just quickly finish 3 of them off. You know, it's not that hard. The time you have to kill them, it's not all exactly the same time. There is a bit of leeway, which is good. So once you've gone through that, keep going straight, follow the route. There's no alternate turns or anything. You'll get to the open area with the 2 spinning batteries, I think they refer to them as in the Alak Thul strike, and there'll be the middle ramp leading up to those 2 other, the 1 door at the end. So once you get there, it should be pretty obvious to see the guy you need to kill. He'll be shielded, and his shield can only be damaged by a sword, but once you have his shield down, he can be damaged by normal weapons. But it shouldn't really be that hard either. Just like the knights at the door, The only thing you really need to remember is to block his attacks. Once you block his attacks, the sword shield is really good and you won't take much damage at all. For the most damage, do a jump and R2, because that'll do the slash in the air. It'll use 2 ammo, but it'll do more damage, and you just keep slashing and jumping and blocking until he's dead. Okay, so all the steps that I've detailed so far are the ones that will be skipped if you do move your legendary sword and fully upgrade it on a character which has completed the exotic sword questline already, so you won't need to kill the Blade of Oryx or kill guardians and mages / ultras. So now, once you have your leveled up legendary, this is the part where you need to have the fully maxed out and leveled one. The other stages, which I've already talked about, you can do as soon as you get the sword. From now on, you need to have it fully maxed out. And once you do have it fully maxed out, the next section will be made available, which is Essential Elements. Collect 10 special planetary materials, and this will vary from sword to sword. If you're going for Dark Drinker, you will need to collect relic crystals. If you're going for Bolt Caster, you'll need to collect Zeptosite cores. I'm not too sure what you need for Rage Lighter, something on the moon that drops with helium filaments. This is the most annoying part of the entire sword quest, for me personally, is collecting the planetary materials. It is really, really boring and takes a fairly long time. I think it has about a 10% drop chance from each one. Sometimes you'll be there a long time, sometimes you won't be there so long. When I was doing it for Dark Drinker, my Warlock at the end of that had 180 Relicine. When I was doing it same on my Warlock for Bolt Caster, I only had 108. So it is a little bit variable. Sometimes you'll be lucky and it won't take long. Sometimes it'll take a very long time. The best way to do this is not try to hit it out all in one go. Go to the planet and say, I'm not going to leave patrol until I get 1, depending on how much time you got. Say I'm going to stick on this patrol until I got 1 or 2 or 3, and then I'm going to leave, play some Crucible or whatever. It's a lot less grindy that way if you just break it up. So, and the second component of the essential elements is also practicing your ability kills. So, if you're doing in PvE, you'll need to kill about 500 enemies with ability kills. So this isn't just arc kills, so you can't use arc weapons or stuff like that. It's your actual ability kills for like melees, grenades, and supers. And I really feel sorry for Defender Titans who picked the Void Sword. It will take a long time. So it's either 500 PvE kills, or I think approximately maybe 150 or 100 PvP kills. So it is less, but normally I just did the We've Woken the Hive mission, which is I think the first mission you do on the moon. Just to keep farming that, it takes maybe half an hour or less, depending what class you are. Pretty easy for some, less easy for other classes. Next, once you've done that, speak to Lord Shaxx again, and then you just gotta wait a week. Arms Day allows you must wait until the next Arms Day to receive the next step. Now once you receive the next step, you have reached the end. The last stage is sealing the blade. So just like if you have done the Chaperone exotic questline for the 2 Shield Brothers, I think it's called 2 for the Road. Yep, 2 for the Road for the Chaperone. You have a special level 42 Sunless Cell Strike. This is all pretty easy. Just got to be careful, play it safe, get 2 other people that know what they're doing. Now the actual questline part comes into play for the actual Alak-Thul fight. When you're fighting him, there'll be 3 other normal knights, well, like major knights, that spawn out. Each one will have a elemental shield and will each have a particular name. The Arc one will have a sword, the Void one will have a boomer, and the Solar one will just spray fire or wherever it wants. If you have an Arc sword, the Void and Solar ones are not relevant to you. You can just kill them straight up. It'll make things a lot easier not having them running around trying to kill you as well. But get your target low. So if you've got a Solar one, get the Solar Knight low, and then just continue the boss fight as normal. Get the boss really low, and you have to kill them 30 seconds of each other. Although you must kill your target knight before Alak-Thul. So just make sure that you just clean up your knight first, and then Alak-Thul and it'll be really easy. And that's it. You're done. You can return to Lord Shaxx and get your sword. It's that easy. Well, yeah, that easy. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed some of the Crucible footage. Catch you next time.